Okay, so this just happened. Here's the throttle. Do you hear any change? We need to fix that. Here's our new brush hog for the mini skid though. It's a Laughlin fabrication. We got it from Cleveland Equipment. I don't know, let me shut this machine off. I just wanted to show you that. We'll fix that real quick. Well, that sucks. That's exactly what I didn't want to mess with. Let's see. Shouldn't matter which way, why will I not go on her? Which way? See if it's up. It's usually either the piece on the pump or the piece up here, because all they do is bend the end of it. A lot of times you have enough extra to where you can loosen that up, and then you rebend this up here. It usually lasts a little. I mean, I've had them last a long time, but most times I recommend somebody replacing it. Once you bend that steel again, it seems like it breaks fairly quick. Clip on it. We'll probably have to pull it off. I mean, I can show you guys. See up there, end of that rod. I don't know if I'm showing it or if you can see it very well. The end of the cable broke. It's like right there. So let's sorry, I had dust all over the camera. Let's see where you can see. Kinda. I'll probably be in your way. Try to work out of your way, but it's one of them deals, there's not a lot of room there. Okay. Well, the other day we had a cable break on this, the throttle cable, and I think I'm just going to link the videos together. I showed you how you can temporary it back on, or temporary it back together to get your machine going. So we'll just make this, you know, all inclusive. I redid the connection up here. Anyways, so I got a new cable. And we will just replace the cable, because anytime, it seems like anytime you do this and you rebend the end of that cable, I don't know, I've just never had good luck. It seems like it'll last you for about a month, and then right when you're needing the machine to run all day and not have any problems, it breaks. So, and I'll show you the cable. The cable's kind of nice. It came with new handle and the control up here and everything else, so that's kind of nice. And I'm taking it apart this way because the knob on that is incredibly tight. And I could probably get it off, but I'm going to tear it up because I'm going to have to use a pair of channel locks or something. So, let's see if I can get this cable to pop off there real quick. There we go. Handles out. Not the typical way to do it, but that's how we're doing it. Let's pull the control panel out. I thought that was 10 mil. Apparently it's not. I guess maybe 3/8 was 10 mil. And we'll see, it's 3/8, just to let you know. And I even thought that when I was grabbing the wrench, I'm like, that's not right. But yeah, it is. You got something in your head, you're like, oh no, it had to have been 10 mil. It had to have been something else I was working on. No, how was this? And if you're changing this out, be careful. Don't lose your throttle stop plate. There's a throttle stop plate in there. That's where the deal goes in and stops. It gives it a positive stop. So don't lose that. Okay. I don't remember. It doesn't feel like there's any clips on it, and that's what I'm kind of hoping. Kind of hoping there's no clips on it. Let's get you guys positioned there so you can kind of see what I'm doing maybe. Pull your clip. Your threaded piece on the end here. I'm just going to take it off because it'll have to be put onto the other one. I think, heck, I need to look at the cable. It might actually have it on there. That'd be nice. I don't think it does though. Just, that's what goes into the throttle arm. It's threaded. And that way when you put it on, you can put your hairpin in it. And then loosen your, yep, that's not the right wrench. Nope, hang on. Okay. Stop nuts. That's how you adjust your throttle. Slide it off your bracket, and there you go. I don't remember, I think this is probably the only zip tie there that holds that in. I've done one more of these, but it's been a little bit. Give me a second. Over there and grab a couple zip ties out of the bolt bin. Sorry if I'm blocking you, but it's kind of deep in here. Don't take it yet. Felt like it was leaving the premises over here. Yep. Well, what I was thinking about doing is trying to pull the other side of it through so I didn't have to try to fish it in. The bad thing is how am I going to do that? So here's what you get, and it was pretty inexpensive. Hopefully this is in view. You get a new knob, all your linkage, got new I called for the washers. I was just going to put new washers on it and the cable. And it comes with the new end, sealed up. Mine's not sealed anymore. And you get the little spinny thing. You get the little adjustable clevis, which is kind of nice. And my thought is what I was going to do is I was going to tape this to the end of that cable and fish it through, because it's in through a couple areas you really can't get your hands into super easy. So I think what I'm going to do, because the one end has this on it, obviously I can't pull that through the machine. I could probably take it off, but let's not worry about doing that. I think I'm going to cut the original cable, so then that way I'm left with this, or I might actually I'll just take it off so it's still together. I'll separate it here, and then I'm going to tape this part of the new cable to it, and I'll literally pull this new cable through. So let's try that and see how that works. Let me grab something to pull this apart. Maybe we'll zip tie it also, because I may, yep, give me a second. All right, let's see. Let's take you over here. You can see that now. And what we will attempt to do is to separate this. There's not much to grab. Not much to grab at all. See if we can. There's just not much to grab there at all. Let's get rid of that rubber piece off of there. So pull that cable out prematurely. There we go. Trash pile. New cable. Maybe marry it like that. You got really good tape. This is kind of some fibery, I don't know, it's kind of fibery electrical tape. I haven't found any. It's left over from my my Ford dealership days. I was at a Ford dealer, and this was part of a recall on the diesel stuff. We had to use really good tape. So let's try to feed her in. Okay, so you guys sit there and watch that. I'll go down here, and if I can find it now, I pushed it, there it is. All right, you tell me. It's going through a grommet, and that's what I didn't want to try to. I didn't want to try to get in there and get that. Here we go. Are we good? Look at that. How easy was that? Put that behind there like it was before. And we need to get some replacement screws. These things have been in and out, it looks like, multiple times. And they just don't last. I don't know why they put Phillips screws in it. Put some cap screws or something. Button heads with a Allen head in it, you know? If I had some, I may have some over there, but we're not going to worry about it right now. This is pretty easy to get to. It's not horrible at all. It's more cantankerous getting all this in there and lined up and everything. I usually kind of go like that. Can't talk. I'm going to put these in my mouth. I don't know. Can you see this? I may have to let that hang in there. Let's get you centered up a little better. Get those lined up. Kind of a pain. Found it. That's why I typically don't put both those in there, but I thought maybe it'd make it easier with the camera right here kind of in my way, but trying to get you guys some video that if you need to do this, you know, kind of have an idea what you need to do. 3/8 wrench, Phillips screwdriver. And I'm going to replace these. I'm going to get some number 10 or 1/4 inch. I don't know. I'll have to see what size they are. But it's as easy as pulling this panel off, and you could probably just pull one out at a time, but those have been in and out a couple times to where it doesn't feel like it'll be grand. Nice ball. It's got a brass insert in it. I mean, nice. The original one had brass in it too, so it's not an upgrade. That's just what they do. Instead of just a plastic ball with nothing. I mean, I'm not saying anything about the other companies or anything. I'm kind of a ditch witch guy myself. Oh, I guess we're taped. We're taped on the other end, so obviously that's not gonna move very easy. Let's see. I really like this tripod. I know I said that before. And it's kind of a silly thing to really like, but I really like it. Okay. So, untape a new cable from the old cable. Like I said, if you just willy-nilly pulled that out, not the end of the world. It really sucked. There's a nice body grommet up here in this corner, and that's what I was afraid of, that it still had the grommet in there. I couldn't actually feel it before until I had that new cable going through. I don't know why. I thought I'd chased the cable up there. And anyways, but now there's no question of where, you know, where it came out at. I literally pulled it in the same pass. So now, because looking at it, I'd be like, well, was it on this side of this hose or that side of the hose? You don't have to worry about it. That's where it came out at. So let's get this in there, kind of ballpark. And I don't know where you want to set this. Everybody has a different opinion. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it really matters or not, to be honest with you. I set it kind of where it fits. They give you an extreme amount of adjustment. I'm not quite sure why you have that much adjustment, but you have a lot of adjustment in these cables. I don't know if maybe they're counting on them just not being a constant variable on, you know, their production. If they just don't have that good a quality control or something, that they have to have that much adjustment built into their cable. I don't know. And I'm not saying Vermeer, I'm just saying whoever makes the cable for them. It just seems like there's a lot of adjustment in it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. My head's probably in the way. It's not the easiest thing to video. You can kind of just pull that snorkel out of the way. Maybe I can grab you guys and show you in here. You gotta tighten this jam nut up. Not a lot of room, as you can see. And if you tighten the front side, it, as you can imagine, when you turn it, it pulls this cable into this notch. Now if I was tightening back here in the beginning, see how it pulled it out? See that? So that's why I usually get the back kind of set where I want it when I'm doing something like this. And then when you tighten it, it pulls it into that notch, see? So you don't technically have to have a wrench on the back side. So then if you're trying to video, you can hold the camera. Maybe if I hold the camera in the right spot. I looked down and it was like looking at the cylinder. And so this is idle, and then this is full throttle. Idle, full throttle. When you, if you decide to turn your machine up, especially on the Vermeers, see this notch? That's not factory. Inside there's the flywheel. You have to get a digital tachometer, and you put a little piece of sticky tape on there, and you can adjust your idle on this. That's how you turn your diesels up or down. So this engine is a 1505 and a 725 and the 925s. It's typically anywhere from a, don't quote me, I think a 20 horse to a 35 horse. So I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'll just show you this. This is idle, and this is an idle stop screw. Here is a high idle stop screw. You can loosen up set screws and adjust these. That's all I'm saying. And then you have to adjust your throttle. Anyways, that's literally all I'm saying. My machine's turned up. Let's see, I usually try to get a little bit of tension on that hairpin. Find where it goes. It's in. Okay. And the reason I'm not going to say anything about you turning the machine up is it's probably not legal. This machine is supposed to be 25 horsepower. Mine isn't, that I know of. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's test her. Make sure everything's out of the way. This cable does kind of go near that. Let's put the slack up in there. Let's go ahead and zip tie this. I'm going to zip tie this now so it's zip tied and secured. I'd call that a success. There you go. Well, if you need to figure out how to change your throttle cable on a 725, and I would imagine a 925 is the exact same thing, that's how you can do it. That didn't take very long. I might be out here for 20-30 minutes. I don't know. Let's see what the video time is. 27 minutes. That probably took 30-35 minutes. And that's working with the camera, working around the camera, you know, trying to stay out of view and all that. Anyways, make sure that you put your intake tube. It goes up here. There's a big hole that comes out to that. You shove your intake tube in it. You don't want to leave it folded over. Put your side on, take your safety catch off, and you're back to work. So if you need to know how to do your throttle cable, there you go. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you would. We do this stuff all the time. Typically, I don't do videos of it, but I'm going to start doing videos of this stuff. So let me know what else you want to see, and we'll definitely try to get it on. Thanks for watching. All right, thanks for watching.